Hello friends, welcome back to the Anti-MLM experience. I am so happy to be doing this content again because I spent so much time doing McKamey Manor over the past 2 weeks that I feel like I'm actually mentally scarred. And it feels like I'm home now. But YouTube likes to demonetize me. They demonetized the McKamey Manor video. Oh my god, my cat. So as usual, don't forget I have merch. The links are going to be down in the description, and like I was saying earlier, I'm going to retire the current Anti-MLM Don't Call Me Hun t-shirt, logo, design, whatever, at the end of the year, so you have until December 31st to get this limited edition stuff, and then after that I'm doing a rebranding. But yeah, if you want any of this stuff, make sure you get it before the end of the year. Christmas is coming up, you know. But yeah, YouTube likes to demonetize me, and for some reason these anti-MLM subreddit videos get demonetized too, and I don't know why. It makes no sense, but anyway, yeah, help your girl out. So the top post this month in the anti-MLM subreddit has 30,000 upvotes, and it says, "She has the right idea. If you try to sell me MLM anything, I'm finding your dad and becoming your stepmom. Hashtag boss babe that." That's good. Can we all just come together as a community and put that in our descriptions on all of our social media? Because that's good. Props to Amanda. I am so sick of the MLM bullshit in general, but especially it works. Wonder how many of them will be brave enough to message/respond. Their pockets are lined with the blood and diarrhea of teenage girls. Jamil. Who is that? Is she like a supermodel or something? I need to know. Oh, she's some British chick. That's why I don't know who she is. But the attached picture here says, "Why should we be doomed to waste our fine minds counting calories, pounds, stones, and inches when we could be counting meaningful experiences, money, and orgasms?" Jamil. Dude, this chick, I don't know who she is, and I'm just learning about who she is, but I like her a lot. Just based on these 2 quotes of hers I've read. "The beach is gonna get whatever body I give it. I'm completely comfortable with any existing cellulite on my ass. I know that I'm more than what I weigh. I didn't always. Little girls are watching your newsfeed. What message are you really selling? In regards to weight loss teas, vitamins, and coffee," Jamil says, "their pockets are lined with the blood and diarrhea of teenage girls." I've never really looked into the weight loss keto coffees and stuff like that. I can't imagine they're great. I did, right before I got married, I did one of those. It was like an acai berry cleanse, and it wasn't like an MLM thing. I bought it at the store, but I will say you had to do it for 2 weeks, and I did it just to make sure, I'd fit into my wedding dress and stuff. Yeah, the things that came out of my body for those 2 weeks, I looked great, I'll tell you what, but oh my god, there was one day I ate a salad for lunch, and then 30 minutes later, you know what I'm saying? There were leaves coming out of me still. Anyway, okay. Spotted at Madhouse Coffee in Las Vegas. "If you are associated with any kind of MLM and you approach any of our customers, you will be asked to leave. Thank you." I like how it has an X with a pyramid on it. These people get so mad when you say the word pyramid when talking about their businesses. It's so stupid. Okay, sis.
"When I start making $20,000 a month, some people gone wish they had responded to my messages."
There's no context to this, or it must have been a Facebook post or something, but I still do not understand with, how much information there is out there that people are still falling for this and thinking that they even have a shot at making $20,000 a month. Sis, you don't. I'm not one to dash people's dreams, but oh my god. She gave me the copy and pasted "try my health and wellness products at a huge discount," so I thought I'd fuck with her a little bit. Who says pyramid schemes can't be fun? This sounds a little scammy. I don't know who you are and you're asking me to try wellness products? What's the name of the company?
"I'm sorry if I threw you off. I just came across your profile and you seemed nice, so I thought I would at least ask. The name of the company is It Works. Have you heard of us?"
I haven't. It honestly sounds like the opening of a human trafficking story that I've read about. How does someone seem nice through an Instagram profile?
OMG no. So what I mean by you seemed nice is that sometimes you can just tell by a person's profile or their picture that they're a nice person. That's what I mean, girl.
I think I'm gonna report this to the FBI. This is too weird. You message strangers on Instagram who seem nice to ask them to try health products? I'm assuming they're pills? She got left on scene too. That is so funny. "I'm building my empire. Mother without a job, MLM pyramid scheme, self-made entrepreneur." What is that? Screenshot from Royal Legacy Pearls rep. "Treat yourself."
"When your husband says you can't buy anymore, do you need an alibi in your package in the form of congratulations on winning this item?"
Shut up. That's a real thing? That is so stupid. And also, Royal Legacy Pearls is not one I've ever heard of. I've heard of Vantel, but I was today years old when I realized that we have more than one Pearl MLM? Like what? Why do we need more than one? Why did we even need one to begin with? I don't know. But I feel like, doesn't LuLaRoe do the same thing? I've heard that before where like, maybe it's just that there's like nondescript packaging or something along the lines, but there's always like some kind of box you can click that's like, do you want us to be discreet so your husband doesn't find out? Like, what the hell? It's the fact that they even need to put that on there. I mean, have you no self-awareness? It's right in front of your face. This is sketchy as fuck, and it's right there. Hey hun, Halloween dress up as the scariest thing I could think of. Well, that's pretty cute. I mean, I wouldn't exactly call that a costume, but it's a well-made little sign. Just saying. Not one person that tried to get me to join a pyramid scheme years ago is rich now. I've known a lot of people, or like had added people on Facebook who were part of an MLM or something like that, and yeah, none of them are rich. Look at that. I mean, it's not like, I don't even have to say all that, you know? I mean, all you have to do is read the FTC study, you know what I'm saying? It's not likely that these people are gonna be anything. But you know what's so crazy is that despite all this, like my paparazzi video is still one of the most commented on by paparazzi reps who are claiming to be making all this money, and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way you're making what you're saying you do. And I won't believe it until paparazzi releases an income disclosure statement, which they probably never will. This is a kind of long one, but it has a lot of upvotes. Go off, sis. Hang with me for a second because this is gonna be a little long. Are you someone who works from home, meaning MLM only, not personal small businesses or other forms of actual WFH? Work from home? Oh, okay, yeah. If so, I have a question for you. When you see someone post about their mental health, their child's disability, or a medical condition, do you message them? If you do, stop. If you follow me on Instagram or have me as a friend on here, you know my oldest is high-functioning autistic. You also know that I suffer from a TBI and battle mental illness, as well as having an autonomic nervous system disorder, otherwise known as POTS syndrome. You also know by this because I advocate and talk about these things to bring awareness and acceptance. Do you know every single freaking time I post about any what I said above, that not even an hour later, I am bombarded by messages stating, we have this that can cure your son's autism, can cure your mental health, can cure your TBI, can cure your POTS. No, you cannot. The worst thing you can ever do is use someone's medical condition, mental health, their weight, whether over or under, or their child's disability to your advantage and gain. Flat out, it's shitty and shows that all you care about is a bonus. I'm so glad that this is all being talked about now as much as it is. There's so many people, unfortunately, who are involved in MLMs who their one mindset is just to seek out people. What was it? It was HempWorks. Obviously that video ended up being like how many minutes long? Like 50 something minutes, almost an hour long. Like how I did with the paparazzi video and looked into the training and stuff. I found a video that was very similar to the Papa Rockstar's website, but it was run by some other guy. But same thing, he had like training videos and all this stuff. And I mean, I never ended up including it in the video because it was just too long. And I was going through all this shit with the chicks who were trying to sue me or fucking whatever. So I didn't even want to bother with it. But yeah, this one website is this HempWorks guy, and he literally has a video on like, he's telling people to join Facebook groups, like support groups for mental health issues, just all these kind of things. And first he starts off by saying like, oh, well, don't go in there trying to sell, just go in there and observe, and then you can just like privately message these people. Like, you cannot, you're seriously gonna sit there and try to get people to do that? Like, it's mind-blowing. It's so wrong. It's predatory. Okay, going back to that word, Sabrina versus the Huns. This isn't about selling Herbalife, is it? That can't be a real quote, right? The last time I saw something like this, it was from Parks and Rec, and someone had just changed the quote. Is this, someone tell me, I've never actually like sat and watched through all of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, so if you know, what is the real quote here? And if it is the real quote, holy shit, this has been going on for far too long. Australian NSW police getting on board the Anti-MLM campaign. Hey, have you heard of multi-level marketing? Be wary of schemes or products that claim a guaranteed income. Find out more. Me, a friend I haven't seen in years. Pyramid scheme. That's so great. Oh, that's so great. I mean, I really wish that more kind of government agencies would step up on this and just be more outspoken, because you know, the moment that like people of authority start talking about this, things are gonna happen really fast. You know what I'm saying? All hail the grand pyramid scheme. Small town white girls, unique, selling ridiculously overpriced drugstore makeup as part of a pyramid scheme. I love a good SpongeBob reference. But I mean, real talk, that is how it is. These people are practically cult members. I'm not misleading people. I'm simply changing the meaning of words. Have a very blessed night.
Who wants to grow out their hair? My friend needs only 3 more models.
Let me guess. Being a model involves buying products from her. Generally, you pay your models, not the other way around.
Actually, I'm looking for people who want to grow their hair out. For people who will benefit greatly from this plant-based all-natural vitamin, rather than putting over-the-counter junk in their system that's just going to end up in the bottom of their colon. I am offering a healthier product that will help them reach their goals at the same price I would pay as a distributor, plus lots of perks. That's the model program. They get what they want and a huge discount, and it's good for them. If this isn't you, that's fine. Thank you for your input. Have a very blessed night.
That's simply not what a model is. It's misleading to tell people you're looking for models when you're actually looking for customers. If my company advocated making sales via bait and switch, I would rethink my decision to work there. Have a very blessed night.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point that message has been copy pasted all over the place, that we all kind of know like what the outcome is if you agree to do this model thing. Back when I was like, it had to have been at least like 6 or 7 years ago, when Instagram was still kind of like starting to grow. I remember, what was the name of the company? Ray John, I think is what it was. And they just sold t-shirts, but they were like $50.
That's $50 for a t-shirt.
Because they were like custom printed or something like that, and they were like the all over print. So they were like super expensive t-shirts, but they had a campaign going and they were just like, hey, we need Ray John models. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be an influencer. And then like I ended up applying and stuff, and they told me like, okay, so here's what you gotta do. You gotta buy some of our merch and just send us pictures of you wearing it, and then we'll use it as promotional material, blah, 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 blah. So I did that because I was young and naive and stupid, and spent like $100 on 2 shirts. I don't even know if this company still exists. It probably does, but anyway. So I spent all this money. I had one of my friends like take pictures of me like wearing the stupid clothes, and then I sent it to them. I hashtagged them, everything. They never did a single thing with it. I don't think they even liked the picture, but I was just like, look at me, I'm a Ray John model, oh my God. And then like nothing ever came of it. It was like, it's the same thing. They were just trying to sell product. That's all it is. It's not like they were a pyramid scheme, you know, they weren't. They were just using Instagram to sell products. I don't know. Anyway, it's all kind of the same thing in a way. I'm fine. This is fine. When I'm job hunting and the only responses I've gotten are from 2 MLM pyramid schemes, whack. I don't know. I have a friend who, I don't know if she watches my videos, but her name is Carly. So if you watch this, like, what's up, girl? But we used to work together, and she had this customer who didn't like the work that she did, and he was like, this is whack. And now every time I see the word whack, I'm like, that's how I say it in my head, whack. Garfield, you whack. Huns selling pink drink with emotional story about how it saved her from PPD and anxiety. I couldn't stay silent. Maybe this worked for you, but I think encouraging vulnerable hormonal women who are at their wits' end to purchase a product instead of seeking treatment from a licensed medical professional is incredibly dangerous and predatory. Pushing a non-FDA approved product to women whose lives and their children's lives are at risk is a really low way to make a few bucks. I hope you reconsider why you're selling this product and the sales pitches you use. Amen. I mean, this is the exact response that we all need to be having. I mean, it's so gross the way they use mental health in this way. Messages from Huns are getting pretty close to sounding like this, but just with more emojis and hey girls.
Bitch, don't you want to start making some real fucking money?
I mean, kind of, because their old methods, like, as much as they did work, because look at how many people are still in these companies, but as much as it did work, people are getting onto them, so it's like, let's just be vulgar. found this post funny and thought some of you might appreciate it as well. After my oil Hun experience, my husband reminded me of my first awkward encounter with a Hun. It was when that mascara, the one that made people look like they had tarantula legs on their face, I think it was Unique, was popular. Anyhow, my daughter was about 3 at the time and this woman was being super pushy about it after my third no. She asked my daughter, "Don't you want your mommy to have pretty eyelashes like me?" Oh god, this is gonna be so good. Before I could jump down her throat for trying to use my kid, my daughter replied, "No, you look scary." That's so good. The lady got so offended, she looked at me and she expected me to scold her or something, but she's the dummy who asked the toddler a question. Of course she was gonna tell her the truth. I must have looked just the right amount of furious though, because she just hurried away after that. Don't ever ask someone's kid, don't they want their parent to do something. Also, don't ever ask a toddler a question without being prepared for a completely honest answer. I can attest to this, yes, for sure. I have a 3.5-year-old daughter and she's getting to that point where it's just like, why do you say the things you say? Where do you get this? Yeah, no, the truth, a toddler truth is the most pure truth you will ever get. Even the Flintstones had to deal with them. I hope it's not that pesky Av Rock lady again. That is so funny. Pyramid schemes have been around since the ancient times. So my little sister is in the army and she calls me up not even 10 minutes ago to tell me that there was a Hun set up at the PX. Nothing like scamming soldiers. that fucking like Scrabble thing on the corner that just says oils. God, no, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's sad. You know what though? Oh my god. This has nothing to do with anything, but I was scrolling through YouTube this morning, like the recommended stuff, and for some reason, YouTube recommended me this video of a fish that was sick in an aquarium, and I watched it because I don't know why. I was fascinated at first. I was like, why YouTube? Why do you want me to watch this? And you know, now of course I'm probably gonna get more videos of sick fish in my recommendations. But anyway, yeah, so this guy is like detailing his experience with a fish that made like some miraculous recovery. And I guess obviously like a fish vet is hard to come around. It had been suffering for so long and he was like, I'm gonna just like use, he called it a clove oil and vodka method. So I think that's the way of euthanizing fish in the aquatic world. I don't know. I know nothing about this. I mean, that's fascinating just to think that, you know, people put their fish down, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, so in the video, he just like shows this clove oil. It was from doTERRA, and I immediately like, I really wanted to leave a comment. Don't worry, he ended up not killing the fish because the fish made a miraculous recovery. But oh my god, like this guy was gonna use some fucking clove oil, and I could only picture, he probably went into it like, yo man, I gotta give my fish the best I can. Does anyone have any recommendations? In some like fish Facebook group, and someone who was a doTERRA rep was probably like, excuse me, I have the perfect thing, and then he probably fucking fell for it. You know what? I want to know how much clove oil is with doTERRA. Over 20 bucks. I mean, that's kind of cheap considering. I wonder how much it would be with Young Living, because doTERRA is usually a little bit cheaper than Young Living, I think. No, they're about the same price. They're both 20 bucks, so that's actually not bad. But it's still like, I can only imagine how that conversation went. Like, I have the most pure oil you'll ever find for your sweet little fishy angel. Could be. Be careful, that multi-level marketing side hustle could be an illegal pyramid scheme. I'm sure this article was referencing Advocare, which by the way, okay, let me just bring it up now. I'm trying, I think I'm gonna get the Advocare video out next week. I mean, I'm so sorry. I know I've been talking about it for like a month now, but you guys don't even understand. Like, there's so many lawsuits involved with Advocare. Like, every time I cannot, usually with MLMs when I do the research videos, the days that I decide to research, I can sit down and do it for like 8 to 10 hours straight and just research. With Advocare, it's hard because like I'm literally reading through like legal documents because there's so many lawsuits. It gets to be mind-numbing and I just can't. It's been really difficult for me to like sit through and do the research that I need to do. But anyway, I almost have it done. Like, all the research is done aside from one more part. So that's what I'm gonna work on this weekend and all that. So hopefully next week the Advocare video will be up. But damn guys, it's a lot. Yes. Can someone please invent automatic replies for social media so that whenever I get a message that starts with "Hey girl," there's an automatic response that says "Not interested in your MLM scheme." Please move on to the next recipient of your daily message quota. I think I talked about it when I did my Confessions of a Former Hunbot video when I was with Limelight. They had like daily challenges and stuff. They gave you a quota. Like it obviously wasn't company policy. It was just like my upline who was just like, message 5 people a day, something stupid like that. And it's just like, it's no wonder that people unfollowed me. She left me on red after this.
If I sent you a quick video, would you be willing to take a look?
No thank you, I don't support MLM companies. I appreciate your offer though.
No problem, I totally get it's not for everyone. I would love to know why you don't.
It takes vulnerable people, usually women, and manipulates them into pimping out their friendships to make a minuscule amount of money while applying an unhealthy and unrealistic amount of pressure to perform. It's set up to make everyone fail except for those successful at abusing relationships for $1. Dude, honestly, I doubt that chick even read it. But they also like to try to like take your responses and try to, you know, respond to them to change your mind. And it's like, what could you say to that? You know what I'm saying? Besides like some snarky like, well, fine, if you decide to change your mind, then you can join me and send me a message. I'm here anytime you want, hun. Like something stupid like that, but she just left her on red instead. Yet another Halloween costume of a boss babe. I feel like this one's better than the one that we talked about earlier because she at least is dressed as a boss babe, and yeah, she has like a little pyramid thing. It makes sense. She's doing like the duck lips and everything. It's good. Okay, well, I think that is a good place to stop here. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, stay tuned for Advocare next week. I'm going to commit myself to getting it done this week. And in the meantime, speak up like the people on the Anti-MLM subreddit have been this month. There's been a lot of really great responses, I think, this month, and it's only getting better. So obviously, you know, keep your eyes and ears open for these kind of things. Otherwise, yeah, smell you later. Bye.